Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday. This is the first Sunday in the month of November. Today is November 5th. And we really appreciate the name of the Lord. Thank God for keeping us safe, keeping us sane, and then coming through for us. Today is our episode 211, 211. And for 211 times, God has been our help, especially my help. Before we start, there is a song that when I sat down here, it came to my mind. And that song is taken from Psalm 40. I waited patiently and expectantly for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up out of a horrible pit, a pit of turmoil and of destruction, out of the miry clay, froth and slime, and set my feet upon a rock, steadying my steps and establishing my goings. And he has put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many shall see it and fear, revere, and worship, and put their trust and confident reliance in the Lord. I read from the Amplified Bible. I will sing that song in Igbo before we pray. Ọ na-apụta nwom piti, o mere ka m guzo n'oke nkume ahụ, o tinyewo m abụ ụtọ n'ọnụ m taa, abụ otito, hallelujah. Ọ na-apụtawo m n'apịtị, o mere ka m guzo n'oke nkume, o tinyewo m abụ ụtọ n'ọnụ m taa, abụ otito, hallelujah. For those of us that don't understand Igbo language, I explained the meaning of that song in Psalm 40, 1-3. And so, Father, we thank you for your deliverance. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your peace. Thank you for where we are today. It wasn't where we used to be, but it may not be where we want to be. But thank you for where we are presently. Father, we thank you for all that you've done. You've done amazingly well. In everything and in every time, you are faithful. I judge you faithful. Thank you for my life. Thank you for the lives of my audience. Thank you for as many that will listen on YouTube. Thank you for as many that will come across this message or this episode 211. Father, I pray that you bless them. Lord, increase them. Lord, give them reason to keep on trusting you. Give them reasons to keep on believing in you. Give them reasons to keep on saying that I know that my time will come. Father, I give you praise as we continue in our discussion tonight. I pray that our lives will continuously and continually be improved to the glory and the praise of your name, in the name of Jesus. We are so grateful to you for what you have done, for coming through for us from last Sunday till today. So many things happened, especially in my business space this week. But in all, you never allowed me to be put to shame. You did not allow me to lose one iota of sleep. My peace was increased. You know, when you are called out for something that is wonderful, especially when it comes to the gospel of Jesus Christ, I am not ashamed to say that I belong to God. Father, I give you praise. Thank you for what you will do. I know it is darkest when the morning is about to come forth. Father, I pray for as many people that their hearts are failing them, they are confused. Lord, you have kept us. You have been our help in the time past, and you will continuously be our help in this present time. Thank you, Jehovah God. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. Thank you for all that you you will do tonight, and in everything and everywhere, let your name alone be glorified. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be, all the glory must be, all the glory must be to the Lord. Father, in great life with Dr. Afoma, all glory must be unto you. Thank you for the changed lives. Thank you for what you will do tonight. In everything and in everywhere, all glory will come to you in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, blessed Redeemer, for in Jesus' marvelous name we have prayed. Amen. Amen and amen and amen. Thank you so very much for joining. This is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, coming all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria. Great Life with Dr. Afoma airs every 8 p.m. Nigerian time. This program is powered by Healthy Race Ministry International, the ministry God gave Dr. Afoma in the year 2017. Dr. Afoma is not a medical doctor. She has a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos 12 years ago. But she was called to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and that's why she talks about health and wellness. This is our episode 211, 211. This program started on the 22nd day of September 2019. It has been running every Sunday. So God has seen us throughout 2020, throughout 2021, throughout 2022, and we are coming to the end of 2023. So I thank you so very much for those of you that share the post, for those of you that invite your friends. It's a free program. Excuse me. People tell me they pay so much to attend things that they are not even getting as value as what they have here. I told them that the owner of the program said I would share it free of charge. So it is free. You can invite your friends. You can tell them to join us. It will be a time that they will have the value for their time. Thank you so very much. Once again, I'm reaching you from Lagos State here in Nigeria. God bless you for joining. Today, we are going to the 7th quality of the psychology of winners. People win, people lose. And as a growing up child, I understudied remotely or informally. Let me say informally. I understudied my father because I lost my mother at a very young age when I was 2 years and 5 months. So you see, all of you that are struggling over your children, these children, that if anything happens to you, those children will survive. See me, I've survived. So if you can hear me clearly and you can see me, can you please indicate so that we are sure everybody's on the same page? If you can't hear, just write, I cannot hear. If you can hear, type 1 on the chat. Okay, can hear. Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much. I love you, and that's why I show up. So tonight, so I did, let me conclude that statement. I understudied informally my dad, the way he does things, the way he talks to people, the way he receives people, the way he carries out. He was a civil servant. One of the things, or among the things I learned from my father, is saying the truth without fear. I learned it. He taught me assertiveness, being able to speak your mind not in an arrogant way, but speaking your mind in a humble way. And another thing I learned from him, honesty. Honesty is this. Another thing is he keeps to time. He's a timekeeper. We were Catholics then. We go to church, stay in the church before even the Reverend Father comes out for the Mass. I also learned from him, anytime I'm dealing with somebody in anything that has to do with money, I should write it down. That pencil and paper, they don't lie. Then I learned from him, he doesn't meddle in people's business. He doesn't do busybody. He doesn't do busybody, and he's very prudent with money. Was a civil servant, but my school fees, he never paid it late, and they never chased me out of school. So every time it is he will tell you the time doesn't come on you suddenly. You have to prepare for it. So I was never chased out of school, maybe for school fees, but one day something happened. We were asked to go and bring writing material, copyway writing book. If you remember, those of us that schooled in the 70s, middle to ending of 70s. So I went to a man that sells book to us, and I took that book. I went back. When I came back, I told my dad I went to collect that book. He caned me. He said, who permitted you to go and collect that book? Who told you? So I learned my father doesn't buy anything on credit. He doesn't buy anything on credit. So he warned me, caned me very, very well, and told me not to try it again. And I never did. So tonight, there are people, my father wasn't a very rich man, but we were comfortable. We were comfortable. So I also studied my cousin, Professor Zewi, my first cousin. The father is the immediate elder brother of my dad. I studied her. I was young. She was in the university then. I will see how she wears her dress, how she puts her stiletto shoes, how she walks, the way she will put her perf, the way she will dress up, And all of a sudden, when she finished, she began to teach. Then she went and she became a doctor. She's a professor now. I told myself, I'm coming to link the story I'm telling us with our topic today. I told myself, I would like to be like sister. We call her sister. Because anybody that's older than you in my place is sister, is brother. We don't call them by their names, except when you want to differentiate each of them. So I said, I will be like her. I'll have a PhD. But something happened. I got married immediately after my WAEC. And for some people, that's the end of the journey. But I knew what I said, and I had it in mind. Did I become a doctor? Yeah. Did it take time? It took time. But was that goal achieved? Sure. So that will bring us to the seventh quality of the total winner, and that is positive self-direction. Positive self-direction. Positive self-direction. We have talked about the first quality, positive self-awareness. The second quality, positive self-esteem. The third quality, positive self-control. The fourth one, positive self-motivation. The fifth one, positive self-expectancy. The sixth one, positive self-image. And today we are talking about positive self-direction. If you are up to where I am now, please can you indicate by typing 2? You saw the little story I told. How that story, how I will connect it, or how I already connected it with our discussion tonight. We are discussing positive self-direction. Direction. I did not tell my cousin, Professor Nzewi, that I'm understudying her, but I just love her. Everybody in our family knew that I have a soft spot for her. I love her, the way she will smile, the way she does her things, So, but I made up my mind. Even when I got married, and many of the people that got married with me dropped out of school, they didn't continue. I was on the track because I knew what I said. And there must be something I will do to achieve those things. I got married immediately after my WAEC, WAEC at 17 years. To this year will be 40 years. I'll be 50 years I got married. 40 years, it's 17. Okay, I'm 57, it's 40 years. So to show you that Your plans may not come at the time you want it, but there must be something in you that will drive you towards it. And if that thing is not there, you can't go anywhere. Now, positive self-direction. You know, you are going to Kaduna and you are asking people for the road map, for how do I get here or there? Positive self-direction. Now, positive self-direction, there are antonyms, you know, things that are apart, things that are against it or opposite of it. Number one is aimless. Aimless. They don't have aim. Aimless, non-specific, and wandering. Anybody that will tell you, I want to be rich without specifying the exact amount of riches, then you know that that person, he doesn't have direction. I told us a story about a televangelist that asked a woman that has 6 children, but she's a widow. What does she want? She did not say, I don't know anything. She just said clearly, specifically, train my children for me. Just take care of my children's education. So I want you, as we are discussing, I've checked this topic. We will not finish it tonight. I wanted to do like that last week, but I saw that we won't finish it so that people will understand it. There is no point rushing without people. So I want you, as we are talking now, be looking at your life and people around you. When I got married, my first son died. After my NCE, I got married. You know, then it's now that people get married, they wed the next week. I got married, they paid my dowry, which is the main marriage. The other one is just formality, church blessing, then go to registry. Then the church will do both the governmental aspect of it. Now, when I got married, I went to school, NCE, at Oka, Anambra State capital now. And people were wondering, why did I come to school after getting married? I should go and enjoy my life. But no, I knew where I was going to. I knew what I have already said. So I went to school, got married, got wedded along the line, and then I was heavily pregnant when I wrote the final exam. God so kind, you know, NCE, you have distinction, you have all credits, you have merit, you have pass. I made all credits. I didn't have distinction. I was heavily pregnant. And after my, you know, I usually use my life to give people hope. I don't know, they must have written you off. You must have written yourself up. You must have hated yourself. You must have knocked yourself too hard. So when we finished, I gave birth to that child, a son, on the 2nd of August, 1987. That child died on the 5th of August, 1987. To some people, what is the meaning of this? After, sure, when my schoolmates came to see me, one of them wailed, oh, all this suffering you suffer, because I was the one that would wake them up for us to read. I knew where I was going to. My husband cried. After that, I told him, I will give you another son. I want you to pay attention. I will give you another son. I didn't say I will give you another child. You see, the antonyms of this is aimless, non-specific, wandering. Okay, let me finish it. Then the synonyms, things that are similar to it is goal-seeking, purpose-oriented, cybernetic, goal-seeking, purpose-oriented, and cybernetic. Loser self-talk is, I can't decide. You see a young girl, she wants to get married. You ask her, I'm a counselor, I'm a professional guidance counselor. You ask her, what kind of man do you want to marry? She will tell you, any man. which means she can marry a madman. She can marry a drunk. She can marry a narcissist. She can marry a cultist. She can marry somebody that can beat her to death. Then the winner self-talk is, I have a game plan. So I want to ask you, listening to me, do you have a game plan? When I was young, I'm telling you, this thing is when I was about 12. I had a game plan that I would be like my cousin. Because I like the way she, she's so elegant and psychedelic. I said, I want to be like sister. I have a game plan. Now, what's the Proverbs? No wind blows in favor of a ship without a destination. No wind blows in favor of a ship without destination. Many of us, you may be 40, you may be 45, you may be 50, you may be 30 something. Do you have a game plan? Do you have a purpose of what you want in life? Maybe you studied engineering. What was your intent and purpose studying engineering? Maybe you studied law. What do you want to achieve? Do you have a game plan? I'm not saying if you studied law, you must be a lawyer or go to court, do us to know. But there must be a reason why you studied what you studied. When my daughter, when I bought a desktop computer for my children, that was years back. Every time my daughter would just go there and be doing pata pata pata. She doesn't even know what she's typing. I usually play just a CD, and that's my stuff. And why I bought it, I said to myself, I don't want to take my children to other people's houses and they will look, when they see the computer, they will be like mumu. They won't know what it was. So I bought it. I kept it in my room to monitor it. So I will be playing a particular song, God Can, God Can. That's the song that I play. So my daughter would just be doing party there. Then GSM had not come out. Later, when GSM came, of all my children, even the people living with me, my daughter was the first to memorize my number, my GSM numbers. As small as she was then, I think she was about six or eight. She was the first, it's long, 11 digits. She memorized it first. So one day she took the dad's phone, they went out, she took the dad's phone and sent me a message. Mommy, I hope you are fine. We are coming, you hear? The father was surprised. How did she know how to do that? So I began to pay attention to her. Today, my daughter is an app developer of international repute. Because of what? She told me that she loved computer. And she said, I want to know how to do it. When she was to enter the university, when she was to transit from JSS to SS, I did a test. Because I'm a professional guidance counselor, we are the ones that place students in classes. I placed her, I gave her a psychometric test to know where her interest is. We call one VII, Vocational Interest Inventory. So I gave it to her. She filled it. I told her, just feel it the way you feel. Don't bother about me or your dad. Just feel it. And she filled it. I scored it. And I knew she made 48 over 50 in computation. The other of the siblings, the elderly ones, they did well in agriculture and in engineering. But the dad wanted her to study medicine because she's good in sciences, even at maths. But I told him, you see, I use my life as a template for so many things around me. I said, let's leave her. I've done a test, given her a test, see where she fell into. Let's leave her to follow her mind. I'm not saying that parents can't help the children. After all, when she went into study that computer science, she was making 3 point something CGPA. I knew she could do better. And I encouraged her, and she came out with first class. If you are getting value from what we are sharing, please can you indicate by typing 2 on the chat? Now, please, if you are not hearing us, always say, don't just keep quiet. Because if you keep quiet, there is no point you coming and you are not hearing anything. Now, we are talking about positive self-direction, positive self-direction, positive self-direction. Winners in life, those one in 100 people are set apart from the rest of humanity by one of their most important developed traits. It is not an innate trait, it is a developed trait. You have to develop it. I developed the act of making presentation. The first before I use my phone. This is my phone stand. I use it to make presentation, or I will use the one on this LED light. That is where you can hang your phone. I was using my phone until I began to use the laptop. So I use my laptop now. I want to tell you, there are things in your life you don't know that you need to ignite it. You see, no matter how you pray, if you go to your kitchen to cook, even if you want, pray from now to 2055. If you don't strike a match or you use a lighter to put on the gas, and you put the pot on the gas, and you pray, it will not come up. It will not come up. Or you did not go to turn on the gas, the cylinder, it will not come up. Now, winners in life, those 1 in 100 people are set apart. They are differentiated. They are they are set apart. You know, you understand what I mean? They are unique because of one thing, by one of their most important developed traits. And what is that trait? Positive self-direction. They have a game plan for life. You see me, I have a game plan for life. From when I was small. One of my game plans is that I will come to a point in my life, I will be speaking to people, people will be listening to me. My game plan wasn't even to go and marry and have children. My game plan was that I want to be somebody that one day I will speak to people and people will hear me. That was my game plan. When I started pursuing, how did I go about that? My grade in school wasn't what I wanted it to be. And I became restless. Many of us are so comfortable in a very uncomfortable situation. I became restless as a child. I went to my father. I said, this 17 out of 30 is not right. Because I was looking at that, my cousin, Professor, and saying, I want to be like her. At that point, she has not even got a PhD, but I think she was still in the university before she taught, and I didn't know how, but one day I heard she's a doctor, and I said, I must be like her. I must be like her. Now, they have a game plan. They have a game plan. Every winner knows where he or she is going day by day, every day. Every winner knows where they are going. So where are you going to? Where are you going to? Many women, let me use women. Many women think that the ultimate is to enter a man's house and answer Mrs. And that's the game plan for their lives. And the moment they do that, they clap for themselves. Ah, we have achieved our goal. It's beyond that. Now, every winner knows where he or she is going day by day, every day. Winners are goal and rule oriented. You saw how I was role modeling my cousin without her even knowing. Rule oriented and goal oriented. I knew that if you come to our place now, she's not among the richest. If you count 100 women, she may not be there, but she's among the most influential. If you count women that had done something for the society in my own town, she must fall within first 10. Reason, she's goal-oriented in her life. She has a game plan for her life. Now, they set and get what they want consistently. This program, I've done this program for the past 22, going to 3 years now, or 4 years, consistently, whether I feel like it or I don't feel like it. Winners are consistent. Winners are consistent. Winners are consistent. Please, can you remove this Folusho Abola also? I don't know. One of the admins, can you please remove her from this place? Because she's becoming a distraction to me. So you see, winners are goal and rule oriented. They set and get what they want consistently. They are self-directed on the road to fulfillment. They are so self-directed. They don't wish somebody to be pushing them. Or you have you taken your bet? Or you get up, go on. They are self-directed on the road of fulfillment. Fulfillment or success has been defined as the progressive realization of goals that are worthy of the individual. Fulfillment and success have been defined as the progressive realization of goals that are worthy of the individual. Winners are people with a definite purpose in life. What is your purpose in life? At a point, I had to ask myself, just to have children, marry and have children, is that all that somebody will do in this life? I said, God, no. And the Lord told me, you have a purpose. There is a reason why I created you. But if I show you the whole thing, you may be afraid. But there is a blueprint for your life. And there are things that you must conquer before you are termed a conqueror. There are tests you must pass before you'll be promoted. There are things, one of the things that God did for me in recent times is that he gave me peace. Peace. If I tell you peace, peace that some people, it worries some people. Why will this woman be this peaceful in an unpeaceful situation? Winners are people with a definite purpose in life. Losers are people who wander aimlessly through life or self-destruct. They wander aimlessly. They are doing this thing here, they run there. They are doing this one here, they run there. They don't have purpose. They don't have clear-cut direction where they are going to. And when they don't succeed, they begin to point fingers at their mother-in-law or their stepmother or their auntie or their grandmother or their husband or their wives. Have you not seen husbands that say that since they married their wives, things began to scatter? Have you not seen such people? So now, I read a bit of psychology and I will use it to explain certain things to us so that by the time you leave this place, you will tell yourself, what have I learned? How do I attribute what I have learned to my life? How do I correct the things that are not going on well? Now, there is one man by name Sigmund Freud. If you studied anything psychology at all, you must know about this man. That Sigmund Freud was born on the 6th of May, 1856, the present day Czech Republic. He died on the 23rd of September, 1939 in London. He was the founder of what we call psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis. Subjects of study of the man was repression, scream memory, superego, ego, primitive culture. So what is psychoanalysis? This is a method of treating mental disorders. It is an in-depth study of psychology. Now, this man Freud taught that individuals differed in outlook and attitude while healthy. That human beings, they differ in attitude and they differ in attitude and outlook while they are healthy. Pay attention. But that if humans were deprived of food, if they are deprived of food, their behavior will become more and more uniform as they resorted to the level of their basic animal instincts. That, let me explain it now. You took 20 children and you brought them together. They are healthy. And all of a sudden, you began to start, you are not feeding them well. You know, maybe children that used to take eggs, you weren't giving them eggs, you weren't giving them milk. That's, according to him, that they will all of a sudden become more and more uniform. All of them from diverse backgrounds and with diverse nature or attitude, they will begin to do the same thing. They will begin to respond and react the same way. And he called it their animal instincts. But another man by name, Dr. Frankel, a psychiatrist in Vietnam, this man took part in the Second World War. He was a prisoner in the Nazi camps. He studied the behavior of both captors and captives. Those people that he was part of them, they were stripped of literally everything. They were stripped of their families, their professions, their possessions, their clothing, their health, their dignity. He gradually develops his consent concerning human purpose, narrowly escaping the gas chambers of death by brutality many times. He was born on the 26th of March 1905. He died in September 2nd, 1997. You know, 1997 is still not too far. He was an Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor who founded logotherapy, a school of psychotherapy that describes a search for a life's meaning as the central motivational force. So this man, logotherapy is a part of existential and humanistic psychology theory. This man published 39 books. The autobiographical Man's Search for Meaning, a best-selling book, is based on his experience in various Nazi concentration camps. You know about Nazi concentration camps. Now, perhaps more than any other authority on human behavior, you know, psychology is the scientific study of human behavior. Frank's knowledge is firsthand and springs from objective evaluations of destitute human beings living with the daily probability of death. These experiences enabled him to make a sharp departure from the theories of Sigmund Freud. You know, Sigmund Freud said, if you bring all of them together, by the time you know it, they'll begin to behave alike. especially when you deprive them of food. But this man had a sharp departure. Let's see what he said. Franklin said, in the concentration camps, we witnessed to the contrary. We saw how, faced with the identical situation, one man degenerated while another attained virtual saintliness. Saintliness is like holiness, something that piety, the quality of or state of being holy. He noticed that men were able to survive the trials of starvation and torture when they had a purpose for their existence. I don't know whether you got it. Men were able to survive that deprivation because of what? Purpose. But the other person said they don't have, you know what Sigmund Freud said, once you deprive them of food, they'll begin to behave like Aborus, Alayes, or Moniles, you know those people. This man said he saw men, because he was also a prisoner, he saw men, because they had purpose, they began to live even when people are dying. Let's go ahead. Those who had no reason for staying alive died quickly and easily. How can you have reason in a camp where you see, it's like, let me say, you know, in Nigeria, it's not a good example, but let me use it. When they kidnap people, they may kidnap a whole bus, you know, moving vehicle, kidnap a whole bus. What killed some people and what made some people, even some people stayed without food 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, and they still survived. Something was pushing them. Maybe they remember that their parents are still alive. Maybe they remembered, yeah, my wife will be a widow. Maybe they remembered my children will be fatherless. Maybe they remember I'm a pastor in my church, and if anything should happen to me, it will affect my congregation. There is a purpose. That's what I want to bring out. The man said, those who had no reason for staying alive died quickly and easily. The ones who lived through, about 1 in 20, were almost without exception individuals who had made themselves accountable to life. There was something they wanted to do, or a loved one they wanted to see. There was something they wanted to do. What kept me alive when I went through the most horror stage of my life in my marriage was what you are seeing now. Me talking to you. That was what kept me alive. The primary one was my children, because I grew up without knowing my mother. I told God, my children can't grow up without knowing me. I've spoken with my daughter today again. She even wanted to ask, sure, she's the one that uploads this video. So you see, I had something. If not, I could have just given up. So what's direction? What is that thing that is making you to say, no, let me hold on. Let me hold on. I said, if I will die, then my children will end up, it will be a pattern. Second pattern. But now, today, I'm alive. And anything that worries any of them, they come to me. And I have joy that thing that kept me alive, I'm actualizing it. If you are getting value from what we are discussing this night, please can you indicate by typing a 333. And if you are joining us for the first time, my name is Molisa Afoma Chukwu, and by God's grace, I have a PhD from the University of Lagos. That was 12 years ago. And in 2017, the Lord called me to this Ministry of Health and Wellness. And in 2018, he gave us a program on Cook Food Challenge. On Cook Food Challenge, that is where we go without eating anything cooked in fire by fire, through fire. And how and why do we do that? We want to help our system. We want to help our organs. We want to detoxify our lives. You may think there are no toxins in your life. Anytime your neighbor puts the generator on, anytime you're on the road, all these fumes, they are poisonous to our system. So we do it to allow our organs to rest, and we flush out toxins, and our moods are improved, and we do exercise. You see, Somebody asked me, somebody said something to me, Afoma, you are a special breed. I learned all the things I do. So you can't learn it. So what are we talking about today? Positive self-direction. Many people don't have direction in life. No game plan, nothing. Have you seen a pilot taking off from Murtala Mohammed International Airport, going to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, maybe Ethiopian airline, flying to Europe? He will just not know any direction. He will enter inside the ocean now. There must be direction. There must be direction. There must be a game plan. There must be something you are looking at. So the man said, the ones who lived through 1 in 20 were almost without exception individuals who made themselves accountable to life. There was something they wanted to do. I want to ask you, what is that thing that you want to do? You see me, what I wanted to do years back is what I'm doing. Was it easy for me? No. At times I will be overwhelmed. You know what my daughter will tell me, Mommy, don't worry. You pass through all these things and people are listening to you, and people are drawing strength from you. People are inspired. People are motivated. When people look at your life, they say, Father, thank you. Now, in the death camps, the man is still talking. Inmates told Franklin that they have no longer expected anything from life. Life was expecting something of them. Anytime you don't have anything to expect from life, you are in trouble. Stop. Seek for help. I'm telling you, seek for help. So the man will tell them, life was expecting something of them. He will point out to them that they had it backward. Life asks of every individual a contribution, and it is up to that individual to discover what it should be. So I want to ask you, what do you think that is your contribution? I use my cousin, Professor Nzewi. I don't know why. I didn't plan calling her name, but when I sat here, and I sang that song. You know, many of you that joined me early, I sang a song. Ona potawum nana piti, ome wokam guzone nuke kume, o tinyewum abotononumta, habu otito, hallelujah. You see, that song is taken from Psalm 41:3. So you see, now, because I knew, even when I was being beaten and battered, and not physical, no physical violence. Mine was emotional violence. I knew I was going to somewhere. But the first thing I said, I will not die. I will not die. You know, when you see me talking about dying in marriage, so many people may think I don't love marriage. I love marriage. You see, good marriage, there is nothing outside of God. That's the best relationship God created. But you see a bad one, you don't need to go to hell. You are already in hell. And the best thing for you to do is to leave the fire. When the heat in the kitchen is much, just come, step aside, get fresh air. There's a woman, I posted her picture. She shared testimony about her getting married. For 11 years, it was a traumatic experience. She had 3 adorable daughters. She was so short. She became both lame and almost getting blind because of marriage. Eventually, she left. God saved her. She left early. Osinachi Nwachukwu did not make it out like that. And so many others, they died. Now, that woman got married. She remarried. You see the picture. I have to snap that picture and keep it because it is important to my psyche and important to so many people. When I posted it, excuse me, somebody said, this kind of women that are in the marriages that are not good, they will be the first to tell you, you are separated, you are divorced, you are this. They start to shame you. I just laughed. I said, except you don't know who you are. Except you don't know what you are called to do on the earth. That's why somebody will kind of start to shame you for waiting. For waiting. Now, the man said, the response to the challenges of life, purpose is the healing balm that enables each of us to face up to adversity and strive. If you don't have a purpose why you are created, if your intent and purpose is just to get married, have children, and there is anything in that marriage, you will die there. I'm telling you, we just die there because there is nothing to look forward to. There is nothing to hope. There is nothing to contribute to your society. I told you, my cousin may not be among the 100 richest people in my place, but she's among the 10 most influential because of what? Teaching. Many people that are graduates today drank water in front of her house, or ate food, or slept there. I tell you the truth, including me, Mom. So you can hardly count people that went to University of Nigeria and Soka that didn't have contact with her from my place. It's not the people that she will just on her own see through school. The people she will help, give accommodation, give food, chop food. Do you know that some people send their children to school, they don't give them provision for their feeding. And what do they want them to do? Go and do prostitution. So you see, where there is life, there is hope. Where there are hopes, there are dreams. Where there are vivid dreams, repeatedly, they become goals. You see my dream, repeatedly wanting to be like that, my cousin. You see now, it has become my goal. And did I sit down? No. After my NCE, I took my second son, a month old, to University of Nigeria and Nsukka, to this Nsukka place. Go. A month. I didn't say 1 year. A month. I was staying at the Zig's flat. I will breastfeed, go to lesson, check the timing. I will run back. Then people were asking me, why are you married a rich man now? Afoma, waiting. Why do you want to suffer yourself? It's because of what I'm doing today. Because I know if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I may not be where I am today. Now, when these hopes are turned to dreams and they are vivid, clear, there must be a map. They become goals, and goals become the action plans and game plans that winners dwell on in intricate detail, knowing that achievement is almost automatic when the goal becomes an inner commitment. Thank you, my sister. So you see, if there is nothing in you to make you alive, that's why you die. Do you know some women pour acid on their husband because they saw their husband with side chick? Do you remember that lady that her friend called on the phone, and where are you? I even thought you were with your husband. I saw your car at the mall. I thought you are there. When your husband came out, I saw him with another lady. Where? A woman that is in her house. She's a lawyer. So she's not a non-entity. She carried the key of her car. Pursue the husband. When the husband saw the woman pursuing him, it was out of fear, reverence, I don't know, that the man started running. The wife was pursuing him. By the time you know it, the man took a swab on the corner like this. The woman went and hit the tree, and later she died. What do you call that? Just tell me what you call that. A woman in her house. Another woman called her on the phone. So I want to ask you, how do you react to, see, I'm not making it happened in Cross River State. I'm not making due for men to cheat on their wife, but I'm just telling you as a woman, because the intent and purpose of this, Great life with Dr. Afoma is to make you a better person, make you a better version of yourself, make you to be that God wanted you to be. Is a man worth dying for? I want to tell you, there's a man from my place. They told her that the wife was sleeping around. You know what the man did? They took the man there. Life story. They took the man there. You know what he said? He said, okay, the person that came to tell him, he said, okay, I have seen it. He called the woman's name. I don't want to call any name now. Somebody will say Dr. Afoma called, and he just said, Nne, oh yeah, let's go back. Binie, get up, wear your clothes. They thought the man will die, or they thought the man will use knife to stab the wife on the neck. He carried the wife home. Ask me, from that day till the time I knew about them, the woman never went anywhere again. The husband didn't beat her. He just told her, Nne, wear your clothes. You see, there are things you do. You save lives. What if that man had killed that woman? You see Osinachi's husband? Shebi, you know, the children are practically orphans. From that day till today, the children are no more living with their father. They're no more living with their father. Now, what kind of goals are you committed to? I know we won't finish it. We'll finish this thing by next week. What kind of goals are you committed to? For many people, the thousands of losers in daily life, getting through the day is their goal. And as a result, they generate just enough energy and initiate to get through the day. Now, their goal is to watch television, soap operas by day, cops and robbery, and situation by night. Having no goals of their own, they sit in a semi-stupor night after night with tunnel vision and watch television, watch actors, watch actresses, enjoying themselves, earning money, pursuing their careers and their goals. You see, anytime you spend more than, let me say, 20 minutes watching television, maybe you are listening to news or something, you know what you are doing. You know what you are doing. You are enriching those people you are watching while wasting your money. You saw how DSTV came to Nigeria, and because they know Nigerians love football, their package, their bouquet, I mean, what they call, they will put it so high. People will still go. They will even do arena, a big television. People will be paying money to come and watch. So I don't know what's your goal in life. I don't know whether you don't know that the society is waiting for your manifestation. I don't know whether you don't know that somebody somewhere will hear your voice and leave. You don't know that somebody somewhere will see you, the way you respond to issues, and say, no, I can't go down. I can't go down. Dr. Afoma didn't go down. I can't go down. I'm telling you the truth. Something happened in one of my groups. I told them to excuse me, I won't be part of the meeting, Diamonds and Above, tonight. A man sent a voice note about another man, about what is happening. And he said to that man, that is the controversial man, you are an arrogant person. Why will people talk to you to go and meet these people? You remove them. And you say you have practiced law for 37 years and you are 57. The man said, I am 59. What's your problem? How can you say that somebody that's praying, you call the person out? You know, the greatest disappointment you give to your naysayers is when you refuse to go down. Something that would have made you to be angry, you are laughing over it. I'm telling you. I sent that man a voice note. This same man sent him a voice note, exactly the same thing, but in different ways. He said, no. The Yoruba said that if you don't enter through the normal way to a house, you are not given welcome. I say proverb. I don't know whether any Yoruba person can say this, affirm that. So you see, when you are watching television, or some people, do you know, I traveled for some time. I've been traveling for some time. Some people, the moment they sit down on the plane, you know what they do? They will put on that small television. They will give us earpiece. They will watch film, even if that flight is for 4 hours. Hey, Jesus, I will just be doing like this. You know what I do? I don't put that television. You know what I usually check with it? The destination, my flight, how many hours is remaining. I will carry book. If I don't want to read book, I downloaded Bible on my phone offline. So, you know, they will tell you to put on this thing. I don't need internet. I'll just be reading my Bible. I'll be reading some certain things that will help me, you know. But some people will watch that film till landing. Tomorrow they say that a witch is pursuing them. Tomorrow they say that it's one that tomorrow they start going around prayer houses, stressing good men of God. By the time they finish, they're almost fainting, talking to them. I'm not saying that it's not good, but I'm telling you, what is your purpose? Why are you alive? Why didn't you die? You see why I am a warrior? I told them today, I'm a fearless person. Out of the millions of sperm my dad released into my mother, I became the only survivor. That's where the winning starts. You have to start winning from that angle. Some people are hopeless. They are helpless. They don't have any reason to live. That should not be your portion. Since we become what we think of most of the time, whatever we are thinking of now, we are unconsciously moving towards the achievement of that thought. I always tell people, I will stop now. Let me just stop somewhere. I always tell people, your predominant thoughts is what you get. If you think your money is lost, your money will be lost. I saw myself in a very comfortable house. I saw myself in the village where I can open the windows and the air will be taking the blinds up like this, and I will be enjoying my life with air condition or without air condition. I saw myself in the village where I can open up a tap and I can shower. I saw myself where I can come and enjoy the ambience of the serene environment. I saw myself where I can come and place my legs on the center table and I'll be picking peanuts by the center table. I saw myself staying and relaxing in a bed that I dream good dreams. I saw myself eating with good plates. Somebody came to my house this January to eat. You know what the guy said? Nah, man, the kind of food they eat in this your house is something else. Even the plate they used to serve the food, I saw myself eating like a king and a queen. I saw myself. If you don't see it, you can't feature. You can't feature in the future. You can't picture. And what was I thinking? I was not thinking then. I didn't have any shishio. I didn't have any shishio. You know what I do now? Any country I go to, I come back with their currency. I went to Uganda. I came back with their shillings. I went to Europe. I came back with euro. I went to Singapore last year. I came back with, you know, Singapore, they don't send American dollar. They have their Singaporean dollar. Every time I must have American dollar in my purse, around me. Because that thing that you think about is what you get. If you are thinking about they are pursuing you, that's how they will pursue you and kill you. Somebody told me, Doki, hi, you have guts. If I listen to the voice note you sent to this man, you were so relaxed. I said I was relaxed now. He's too minute to upset me, Afoma Ngolisa. Yeah. It's a Kamu case, Ogi case. I have fought a real battle. Somebody I don't know, somebody I don't even know whether he brushes his teeth well or washes his boxer well. He's just using witchcraft to corrupt people's mind. And people are following him. They have choice to follow him, but not me. Now he has elevated me to the class of the black diamonds. That's where I operate. That's how your enemies will push you to levels because you refuse to go down. If you are getting value from what you are saying this night, please can you indicate by typing a 444. In closing, we all have the potential and the opportunity for success in our lives. It takes just as much energy and effort for a bad life as it takes for a good life. And yet, millions of us lead unhappy, aimless lives, existing from day to day, year to year, confused, frustrated, in a prison of our own making. Don't think anybody's pursuing you. You see that man, he did not come to tell them. He did not come to knock them on the head. He's what we call psychology. He will tell them, these your leaders, they stole your money. They did this, they did. And they are saying, because that's what they are thinking. Man said, I can't, because of what? Who? How? Now, losers are people who have never made the decision that could set them free. I want you to make a decision this night that you must be set free. I want you to make a decision this night that something must change. I tell people, until something changes inside of you, nothing will change around you. They have not decided what to do with their lives, even in our free society. They go to work to see what happens, and you know what happened. They spend all their life making someone else's goals come true. Some people, they are working for one company. They are paying them 40,000. They spend all their lives. Every 2 years, they put 5,000 or 10,000, and they are happy. I'm not saying leave your job, but I'm telling you, there are things you will begin to do. And I tell you the truth, when somebody comes around you and that person doesn't value your time, don't give it to him again. I will close with this story. There's a young man, I met that young man, where another young man that claimed, because you don't know the heart of people until when you have dealings with them with money. You see, money is a spirit. This guy was around me saying, he met me somewhere, I will follow you, this one. But when money entered the playing ground, since this year, he had not called me. So at a point, most times allow certain things to happen. So this young man invited me to his program, and I went to honor him. And I met this young man now that I'm talking to. And this young man is doing very well. He's a coach, habit change coach. So I saw him in a flyer, and I found out that he's too bulky. His stomach was so big. I told him, I private chatted him. I told him, I don't like the way you are looking. I want to help you track what you are eating, track your meals, anything that goes into your mouth, track it for 1 week and send to me. I will begin from there to help you, to tell you what to do, what not to eat, the quantity, free of charge. If I want to do it on a normal day, 200K, you pay me, bam, before I talk to you. 200,000, you pay it. I will seek the alert before I begin to do anything. Because, so when I told him that I traveled to Uganda, I even forgot it because he didn't send it. So later, when he knew that I was back, you know what he told me? Because he calls me Prof. He said, Prof, please, I don't want to take our time. I could have read it, that he was sorry that he didn't send it, that he want to compile another list now. You know what I told him? We can do that when you pay 200,000 in the account, I will supply. You know what he said? He said, Jesus. Immediately, he went to his Facebook page and said, when your mentor gives you instructions, followed that instruction. Will I give him that time again? No. You know what I told him when he sent that to me? I said, you have confirmed that people don't value anything that is free. Did I go to do? He said, please forgive me. I told him I separate sentiments from facts. He said, you know why I love you, Prof. Everything, somebody must learn something from you. I told him I separate you see, don't be sentimental. If you leave me now, if I tell you now to begin to beat your wife because you are listening to me, will you do that? No. I tell you to leave your marriage. Your marriage is very good, though. Nobody is disturbing you. Your wife is helping you. The husband is helping you. You are living in peace. Will you follow me? No. But if the man wants to plug your eyes to go and do juju, will you stay there and your eyes are plugged out? No. You have to take it. Did I talk to that young man again? I told him the relationship can continue, but on this subject, you must pay. Did I go back? Never. You know what he told me? I have messed up. That what he wrote, he wasn't proud of what he wrote. That's why he did something. I say that was the raw materials I needed. Because you did it naturally. If you go now to play, you had Doki, we ask you now, I don't want to drink Coke. Let me drink water. I said that thing that you did not submit to me, those things were the raw materials I could have used to help you. But since you felt you want to polish it to give me, I don't work with that. So you see, if you don't have purpose, people will push you up and down. I told, and I meant it with my life. I knew he can't pay that money. And that was, I said, let this relationship continue. But on this, no. He can go and do anything. But me, Afoma, telling him now, some people will say, okay, I'm forgiving you. It's not that I don't forgive you, but people don't waste my time and my talents. That's not right. So, winners in life start with lifetime goals. What do I stand for? What will I defend to the end? What will I want people to say after me, about me when I'm gone? Winners know how important time priority. Winners know how important time priority goals are. A 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, a 6-month plan, but most of all, winners know that the important time frames are the groups of minutes in every day. Most people waste most of their waking hours every day going through the motions, chatting idly, stuffing the net, putting up decisions, reacting, measuring in minors, and concentrating on trivia. They spend their life in low priority tension relieving rather than high priority goal achieving activities. Since they fail to plan, they are planning to fail by default. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail by default. Many people spend time planning a party, studying the newspaper, or making a Christmas list than they do in planning their lives. So we are ending it here. I hope you have got value. I hope I didn't speak too much grammar, because I want to always make people get what I'm saying. Winner self-direction is setting goals that are realistic and profitable to you and your family. So this is where we'll end it today. I sincerely thank you. This is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and Great Life ends every Sunday evening by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Great Life is a program of Healthy Race Ministry International, and Healthy Race is the ministry God gave Dr. Afoma in the year 2017. I sincerely thank you for joining us. We are talking about positive self-direction. Where is your life headed to? A sister told me one time that she lost her life to her siblings. They control her. She may be sleeping. They'll come, oh yeah, get up, get up. She'll get up, drive them. She may be cooking rice. They say, is it rice? Take it down, cook beans. She will cook. At a point, she said, I don't have my life again. Now, you know, one of the things that will happen when you begin to be purposeful, two things will happen. People will start leaving you on their own. You know, go chase them all. People will just start leaving you because they are not meeting into the time frame and the purpose. They will leave you on their own and let them go. Our problem is that we carry baggage. Baggage is up and down, trying to belong. Any ashebi you wear, any party you go. There are times, if you want to help somebody, send that person condolence box. You must not go to that party. There was a picture of a woman stealing chicken. They say she's actor, she's actress, she's acting. I say no, be acting, because the woman that did that to her says she has been doing it, and she called her out on the net. Telling you, excuse me, pay attention to your life. Pay attention to your life. How is your life going? Everybody that knows me knows that Sundays are sacrosanct. I went to a wedding of my cousin's daughter yesterday. I didn't see where to park because the moment she told me it's Marcelina's place, I said, Isaac John, he said yes. I said, the problem there, no parking space. But it's a good place. I went, drove. I didn't see parking space. I entered the place like that. I went, I checked. I didn't see any security. That thing they usually put, last month, that usually put like caution. I removed it. I parked the car. Immediately, I was wearing my slippers. Two security rushed me. Madam, you can't park here. Madam, you can't park here. Hey, you can't park here. You can't park here. I sat down. As I wanted to go, they wanted to block me. I said, you can hold the door. I just came out. I said, I want to see my cousin because I promised him I will come. See the envelope. I've sent him money. Let me give the wife. I will come. They thought I was joking. I left the car open like that. You know what the two men did? They stood there looking after that. I didn't sit down. No. I went and greeted the grandmother of the bride. The bride. Greeted the mother of the bride. Greeted my cousin, that is the father of the bride. Greeted the uncle that came from Benin. Greeted my cousin that's a reverend sister. They were surprised. Jack, you will eat. I parked where the car is. It's in contention. Let me be going. You know what I did? I just went there. I didn't sit down. Have I not come to wedding? Didn't they see me? Some people will stay to eat food that is not even well done. I saw a shebi. Some people are not breathing well. Come and see. They are doing like this. I just turned my gown. I just walk out like this with good perfume. Because when you want to go to something like that, we have good perfume. Powder your face well. I just went, enter my car. By the time I was going, you know what? The security man said, he spoke in Igbo. Say, no, only Anambra can. We have to watch for, because the car door was open. I left the car door open like that. When I was going, you know what I did? I still gave him 1,000 naira. I said, you see, because you even allow me to enter the compound, this thing will not prevent me from giving you money. So he just put his hand on his head like this. I drove my car home. It's not that. Give honor to yourself. Package yourself well. I don't say if you go to a wedding, don't sit down, don't eat. No. But because I didn't see where to park. Will I go now and they will come to be calling my car, the woman that parked this car, KJA is this one. No. So know what you want in life. Have a direction, have a purpose, have a will, and make sure that nobody intimidates you. Make sure that nobody intimidates you. Intimidation is one of the grand plans, game plans of the enemy. Fear. They will and start torchlighting people in their houses. One leader sent it to me. Hey, okay, see, they say the red flag. I said, they no burn them well. You see, in this my place, one day they came and do land use art, pasted it on my wall. I didn't see it. When I came, I saw it. I said, my girl, who they say is, land art use, I'll be waiting. I said, okay, it's the owner of the property, not me. So one day I saw their car, the next compound. I walked in there. I just said, no, I went to their car. I said, who are the ogas with you? The man said they are in the next compound. I went there. I said to them, are you from the land use art? The woman said, yes, they are the uniform. I told them, I knew that. I heard you people came to place this thing on the wall. He said, yes. I said, if you ever lock me out of this house, I will sue you. All of them just turned and looked at me. I said, look at me very well. You have to go and check the number of the person that had this building. If you ever, any day I come and another key is put on my gate, I will sue you. See, many of us are not courageous because you don't know what you carry. You don't know who you are. The moment you begin to realize your worth and your value, people will begin to respect you. Thank you so very much. If you got value as usual, let's have a 777. Till I come again next week, Sunday. This is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and Great Life airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Great time is a time you talk about our health in all its ramifications. I hope I've not wasted your time. I hope that you got value. Begin to panel-beat your life. You see, if it's not going to the direction you want it, it's a developed trait. Having direction. You can't want to go to a battle and you are facing Badagry. It's not done. Our bishop said, no matter how you go on the wrong route, you must go back. So please, let's do a rethink this night. And next week, we bring it to a conclusion. Thank you so very much. God bless you. God honor you. I love you. Many people reached out to me. Doki, I want to encourage you. God is my great comfort. So many things that could have broken me down did not break me down. And this one is just a little. Just somebody chatted me, I'm feeling your pain. I said, if there is only one person in Nigeria that wants Omega Pro money to be paid, I'm the person. So how can somebody call me out that I'm quoting Bible? I gave it to him. I didn't insult him. I wasn't even harsh. I just told him, thus says the Lord. And that's finished it. So thank you so very much. God bless you. God honor you. Any contributions? Somebody said he wanted contribution last week to make contribution. I don't know whether the man is here. Sister Grace is, let me check whether the man is here now. Okay, I don't think he's here. Because when I finished last week, a man called me, and let me read in closing what he said, because I always like feedback. The man wrote this thing to me. I told him you could have said it. I always give opportunities for people to talk. So I thought he just said, I was just laughing. He said, good evening, my dear sister. That was a powerful presentation. Well done. Even though you didn't invite me, because I said, don't go where I didn't invite you. Even though you didn't invite me, I was divinely led to attend. But you said we shouldn't go to where we weren't invited. But Sha, I attended this one, even though you didn't invite me. So I called him. After talking with him, he sent this message. He said, thanks for your call and nice talking to you again. Indeed, I was so richly blessed. Like I told you over the phone, tonight was the very first time I'm hearing a well-articulated and professionally packaged presentation of things that I have been practicing, albeit unknowingly, in my life. So the man shared the testimony of how he looked for a child for 9 years, how the wife left, how he began, they said that he was impotent, he was not getting an erection, how he began to see, we talked about image, positive, he began to see himself doing a children naming ceremony, taking his children to school, did a video. By the time you knew it, he got married again. It's not, you won't die if the first marriage you work, go for the second, please. He got married again, and then he had children. And all those things, I said, you would have shared it. He said, hey, he was overwhelmed. That's the first time he was you see what we do here. It takes my time, I will repair it, I will pray over it before coming. And my intent and purpose is that people will be blessed, not that they will see just my beauty. I'm a very beautiful woman. God bless you and have a fantastic night rest. Thank you and see you next Sunday. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, ma. Doctor, remain blessed, ma. He is not here. Maybe he was busy.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
God bless you. See you next week. Have a fantastic night rest and a great week. Please.
Thank you. Well done.
Yes, sir. Have a purpose. Have a purpose, please. It's very important for your psyche. God bless you. Have a pleasant night rest. Okay, let me stop the recording. Wow.